I guess it is visible, right? The screen is visible. Okay. So once again, just to remind you, some muscle so that you people can follow what we are doing. Okay. So first of all, this is the frontalis muscle. Okay, both the sides you can see. This is the orbicularis oculi. Generally, in the physical classroom, uh, I asked individuals. I generally ask individual students to talk about five muscles of the human head. Okay, but because this is going on online, I'm trusting you that you people are going through this. Okay, so make sure you are really doing it in the classroom. 100% I can check if you are doing it or not. Anyway, so this is orbicularis oculi, circular muscle. This is nasalis, levator labii superioris, zygomatic major, zygomatic minor. So from the zygomatic bone it is coming. This one, buccinator. This one, risorius. This one, masseter, depressors, mentalis, and orbicularis oris. Okay, so these are the muscles we should take care, and definitely this muscle is very important. Maybe for now we are not going to do it in the human body. We are going to do this sternoclavicular mastoid. Okay, and all around these muscles, like all around the neck, there will be platysma. Okay, so these are the muscles, and the topology I am creating according to these muscles. So circular, orbicularis oris, and all the muscles are going like this. So levator labii, zygomatic major minor, buccinator, risorius, depressors, mentalis. So all around the circle. So the lines are coming out like this. Okay, so that is the reason the topology we are creating. It's like this, and around the eyes again, a circular muscle, orbicularis oculi. So circular muscle. Okay. All right. Now, apart from this, from here at the corner, can you see this depression? Can you see this depression? So we last day we are trying to get this, and I splitted this area, if you can remember, like this. Okay. So this is also a very important area. So you can directly can go like this, not a problem at all. Definitely can be done. Or if it is coming like this is also correct. Same look coming like this. This is also correct. Generally, we make it like this only. Then chin construction can be so coming like this and then like this. Then chin construction will be better. But everything according to the muscles and actions. All right. Now, uh, let's go to Maya. Okay, so this was the model I was working with. Okay, so around the lips, all the circular loops. Uh, this was one minute. Yes, can you see? It was very heavy because of the history. So I just deleted the history, and now it is all right. So this is I was talking about. Okay. So once again, just to remind you, like the Spider-Man mask, we need to create this one around the eyes, circular loop for the eye socket, and this is also very important. This kind of loop because zygomatic major minor coming like this. And if you can remember, after that, risorius, okay, then depressors, and definitely the mentalis was coming like this, and orbicularis oris, both are circular. Okay, I guess you are getting my point. What we are trying to do basically. Let us check.
Sir,
Sometimes we spin the muscles like this. Yes, who's that? Sagar.
sir, Sagar.
Yes,
Sir,
Sagar.
we have
Tell
to
me.
remember the names.
It is
We
always
have to
it is
remember
always
names.
better. It is always better actually to refer. To refer in the sense. Suppose you know that uh, the name of the country, southern part of India, is called Sri Lanka. Okay, just giving you example. And you don't know the name, but you know there is a country. So you were telling somebody, at the southern part of means after the southern part of southern side of the India, there is a country. So I will feel like, okay, yes, there is a country. It can be Sri Lanka. Okay, if I go far and far, there will be Australia, New Zealand. Okay, so a confusion is will be there. But if you specifically naming it, then there will be no confusion. Okay, so in that sense, if you were remembering the names, it is always better. And I have seen those who remembered the names uh, can remember the position and the shape of the muzzle also. But if you are not remembering the name, after some time you will forget it. Even the shape and position you will forget it. Okay, Sagar, I guess you got my point.
Yes, sir. Sure, sir.
Yes. Generally, in the classroom, I do this practice. Like I ask students to remember five names of the human muscles. Sorry, human head. Okay, then I will ask you to remember five muscles for the for the human arms, five muscles for the human torso, five muscles for the human leg. But over here online, that cannot be done. Means definitely you people, I will ask you to do, but I am not sure if really you people are doing it or not. Okay, so definitely means if you want to learn it,
Sir, means we don't know by
remember the
heart.
names. Sorry.
We don't know by heart.
No, I didn't get your point. You don't?
तो सर हम लोग को बाय हार्ट नहीं है, मतलब मैंने
Hmm. No,
स्टडी किया है.
yes. Hmm. No, I understand that. But what I am saying is, until unless you know the name, after some time you will forget it. Okay. Now you have studied, no? So you will remember for some time. Maybe for 2 months you will remember, but after that you will forget it. That is the reason I am telling. Uh, if you know the names, then you can remember it forever.
Okay, sir. Sir, it will help in every cartoon character, every character model.
Everything, yes, related to human being. Even in your rigging, even in your sketching, you are doing any pre-production in that, it is going to help you everywhere. Anatomy in each and every. So you go to the art schools, you need to learn anatomy. You go to the medical college, you need to learn the anatomy. You do animation, you need to learn the anatomy. So every stream, it is very helpful. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So if you are a manufacturer of something, like if you are a manufacturer of spectacles, okay, you need to know the anatomy. So like human anatomy is very important. I understood this long back, and I started doing all the R&D on this particular subject, and I dedicated several years for this. Okay, so definitely this you should do this, and when you will go to the market, to the production basically, and I personally experienced it. That is the reason I can tell you, like it happens. And suppose one person is sitting beside you, and he's also a modeler. You were also a modeler, and in front of the supervisor, when you were talking uh, about your model, and by naming the muscles, it will give a totally different impression. Okay, so definitely you will be benefited out of it, and I personally experienced it.
Sure, sir. We will do it.
Yeah. All right, so this much we did the last day, and I told today we are going to do the detailing of the eyes, of the nose, and of the lips. So let us start with the lips. Okay, we can start with any of these basically, but let us start with the lips because almost the blocking is complete. And if I press 3 now, definitely looking like lips. My entire model is looking like human model, human being only. But then also some areas we can manipulate and can give some detailing. So let us check. First of all, selecting this and positioning it properly. So this position is correct. But this one, can you see? It can go a little bit up like this. All right. Now what about this one? This one is also going up. What about this one? This is coming down. But this side is not coming down too much. Okay. So I'm just following a curve like this. So like a bow, half bow, right? Both the sides, it will be a full bow like this. So now the till the last day, whatever I have done. That was basically an average character. Okay, for each and every character, this kind of topology you need to create. Now, whatever I am doing today, according to the reference image, I am doing all this. Okay, so definitely that is the reason I'm tracing it properly. Like otherwise, I will not be able to create this character itself. It has to be inside. Okay, and I already have done it. Now, second thing is, if I press 3, you can see this portion is blended, right? So I need a little bit sharp edge in this area. So what can be done? Adding edge loop like this. Okay. Now in this edge loop, so only this portion will have the sharpness, and rest of the part will not have the sharpness. Okay. So all right, and then just move it like this. So let us check what's happening basically. So pressing 3, you can see this portion is having the sharpness, but all these areas are not having the sharpness. Okay, so this is one thing we need to do. So like this, from each and every angle, you just check it. Almost fine to me. Uh, what about this one? What about this one? Right? It has to be circular. What about this one? It has to go inside basically, and this should come a little bit outside. Straight. All right. And now this one can go a little bit more. Yes. Come closer. All right. Now the lips are very flat. Okay. Lips are very, very flat. So what I'm going to do, okay. So now what can be done? Selecting these two, go to the side view, and you can check. Now we can trace it. Okay. Here also, I added more loops, so we can trace it. So all these areas, now we can trace it. That's fine. Now it's becoming this character. Okay. Now selecting this, and let us check, and you can see. All right. Here also I can see a little bit bulge. So selecting this. Even this should come a little bit. Hmm. Okay, okay, and this area also, because here this is the uh, lip pad, and this is another lip pad. So two pads will be there, and here is one. So one, two, three. It's like this. So I need to exaggerate this area also a little bit. Okay, you can see. So I'll press 3, and it's giving better result, isn't it? And this curve we are getting. Okay, I cannot say this is final, because if I want to make it a little bit better, I should add two more edge loops basically. So one is over here, another is over here, like this, at the corner. Okay, two more edge loops, and then what we need to do, by selecting these two at the corner, just create a little gap, and this area can go like this, and go like this. Understood? So the corner has to be like this, actually. Okay, but for now, I am not increasing the polygon. I'll not increase it. Let's keep it simple. I'll try to keep things simple for now. This is also workable. Like how much we have done so far. This is also workable. Okay, so the lips. Okay, if you want, you can add. Uh, I feel we can add one more edge loop in this area. Let us check if that is possible. Anyway, now before doing anything, coming to the nose, and let's check the position of the nose wing. Okay, so I'll trace it properly today. This is the position of the nose wing. Okay, this is the position of the nose wing. Fine. The very next job will be select this area and extrude, just to exaggerate the wing. Are you getting my point? To exaggerate this area. Okay, it has to be like this, but yeah, it should not be too much. So let us check. I feel it is fine. It is coming a little bit outer side, and it is not touching the outer side. So overall, the nose size is fine.
सर
I'll check. Yes,
सर जैसे
yes.
सर कभी ग्लोबल एक्सेस यूज करने का और वर्ल्ड एक्सेस यूज करने का एक्सट्रूड में कल ब्लॉकिंग कर रहा था ना उसमें प्रॉब्लम आया था
No, if some areas are very uneven in the sense like the nose wing, you don't know the exact direction of it, we should use local axis. And when you are sanguine, like this is facing towards the x-axis, facing towards the z-axis, you should use global axis. So that is rule number 1. And rule number 2, in the toy spaceship we have seen, like when to use global axis, when to use local axis. So that is another concept of using global and local.
Sir, what
Okay.
was rule number one?
Rule number one was like the nose wing. Nose wing was we don't know the exact direction. Okay, so when we don't know the exact direction, generally we use local axis. And when we know the exact direction, like this is facing towards X only, facing towards Y only, so we can use global axis. Like the fingers we are extruding, so we should extrude in the global axis, so that fingers will not be, you know, going any of the directions. It will exactly will go to the X direction. We want like that. Now getting my point?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay, just give me 1 minute. I'll plug the charger. Okay. So coming back to the nose wing, and you can see we can trace this also. Let us check. Okay, I feel it is fine. Let's check all the corners. Now you can see it can come a little bit inside, isn't it? That is fine. All right. This can go like this, even to make it circular. All right. Uh, her nose is like this, okay, but all the nose will not be like this. So you, some cases you have to make it circular like this, okay. But for now, I'm keeping it like this. But in 3D, I will check if the nostrils are looking too big. Then I have to bring it down a little bit. Okay. Anyway, this is looking fine. Now the next thing will be the nostril. So this is the area for the nostril. Nostril is like this. Nostril is not circular. It is, see, inclined a little bit towards the front. Okay. So this is the shape of the nostril. But it is too big. So the first extrusion, and push it inside. Okay. This is the first extrusion. So making room for the nostril. Room for the nostril. Okay. I think it can go a little bit this side. All right. Extrude once again. Circular. In the local axis only, I am doing it. Pushing it more. If you want, you can keep another. If you don't want, uh, just push it inside. But it's always better to keep one over here, so that we can get a better shape like this. And then again, and now this time at the last, I'm using the global axis, and let's take it inside first, straight, and then push it like this. So nostrils will be like this, according to the direction of the nose, and then it will be towards the front, towards the center axis. Okay, and delete. Okay, so last one I have deleted. The last face I have deleted. So like this. Now I'm having so many loops in this area. So what can be done basically? Let's add another loop over here. selecting this, something like this, okay? And then this one, now let's make it circular. Let's make it circular. Because this is called the nose bridge. Nose bridge, okay? What I'm feeling. All right. Even these two can come a little bit this side. Now, you know what? This should go a little bit this side. And this is a flat plane, entirely a flat plane. Okay. So this should go backward because this is an entirely flat plane. This one. So what I was talking about, I can add another loop in this area. This is what I was talking about. So let us check if the planes are coming fine. I feel this one can be like this. Another one like this. Okay. Now selecting this and let's move it forward. Yes, wanted something like this.
सर
Yes,
सर
tell me.
लिमिट है क्या पॉलीगॉन तो कितने नंबर ऑफ
Sorry?
पॉलीगॉन्स ही यूज करना है लिमिट
No, not
फॉर
like
हाउ
that.
मच पॉलीगॉन्स यूज
No, 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 no. Actually, in gaming, definitely limits will be there in gaming. But in production, there will be no limit. So how much is necessary? You can use those much. But it shouldn't be actually too many. Unlimited, definitely not. But according to the need of the production, definitely can be used. There will be no problem. Can be used. Okay, this much is fine. Okay, all of you understood the nose. All of you understood what I'm doing? So two extrusions, right? One for the nose wing and another for the nostrils. Two extrusions. Can you see I'm getting the character now gradually? It is looking like the same model, and that is because of the tracing. I'm properly keeping the vertices at its proper place. If you are doing that, then you also will get the character. Okay, in this area, this is called the septum area. So in this area, I am feeling like I'll create this depression. Okay, so for that, let's do one thing. I'll delete it and let's do mirror geometry. So many of you are having problem with mirror geometry. Okay, so selecting this and go to mesh, going to the mirror and negative X side mirror. I am not having any problem over here. I'm not having any problem over here. But in your case, if you are facing any problem, what kind of problem you will face, I'll just do it. Maybe you are facing this kind of problem. How many of you are facing this kind of problem? Any of you? This kind of problem with
नो
mirror?
सर, मिरर ही नहीं हो रहा है सर। मतलब उसका
Mirror is not
एक्स एक्सिस
happening
में,
at all.
हाँ, एक्स एक्सिस में उसका साइज बढ़ जा रहा है, वो देखने
Okay,
में पता
okay,
चलेगा।
okay, okay. So that's a different problem, but so many cases this will happen. So be very careful while doing the mirror, and this is the solution. So merge threshold by default, I guess it was zero point 0.2 or something. So this merge threshold has to be correct. So just reduce it a little bit, then reduce it a little bit, then reduce it a little bit, until unless you are getting correct shape of it. Okay, so that is one.
Sir,
Hmm? Yes.
in my case, second object which is mirrored is getting away. मतलब बीच में सर एक hole आ रहा है. It is separated, like not joined.
It is a, okay, 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 okay. That also we can see that. I'll describe. Okay, I'll describe. So okay, so in my case, it is very clean. You can see. So what I supposed to do? Let's select this area and extrude. In the local axis, I'm extruding it, extruding like this in the local axis, and then you can push it inside and it. Okay, so this is done, and I will go back to what I was doing. Just delete it and duplicate space.
Sir,
Yes.
सिलेक्ट सर आपने एक साइड का फेस सिलेक्ट किया तो मिरर है तो मतलब इंस्टेंस है तो दोनों साइड का भी सिलेक्ट हो जाएगा. Both will be deleted. ऐसा मेरे
No,
केस में.
no, no, no. Suppose this one. This one is the instance one. So delete. But yes, now this instance, if you are selecting the faces and deleting, then both the sides will go. So in this case, make sure you are selecting in object mode and just deleting it.
Okay, sir.
Hmm. Okay. Now in this area, I'm thinking of doing some adjustments, and those are, let's delete this one and let's connect this with this. And I feel this is a better topology and getting a very nice circular shape. Okay. So this is fine. Let's delete the extra over here. And here I have created a triangle, you can see. Okay. I'll check with that also. But for now, I am just keeping this. All right. Then let's delete this one. Now this is a pentagon. Okay. Now delete these two also. So this portion is correct. Don't have any problem. Now connecting these two. So now this area is absolutely fine. Now creating another loop in this area and connecting this. Now this area is perfect. There is no problem. It has to be like this. It has to be like this. That means what? This loop is going up and these are going inside the nostril. Inside the nostril. Okay. Uh, in this area also, if I give a little bit more time, I'll reduce some geometry in this area also. But I don't want to make you confused. I am sure what I did right now in this also you were a little bit confused. If you don't want to do it, you just want to keep it like this, that also can be done. If you want to keep it simple, but this is much more perfect than what was there. This now this shape it is looking like exact cylindrical shape is kept over here in this area. Okay, and that is needed. Now, coming to our next point, and that is, once again, don't be confused. Just check over here. What I'm trying to do, or trying to make things as perfect as possible. Okay. Around the nose, this line, you can see this line. Okay. So in our topology, also this line should be there. This line. So with this line, orbicularis oris are connected over here. So if this can be done in our topology, so after 2 years, no, one question will come to your mind, like which topology is correct? This came in my mind also. So which topology is correct? So I will tell you one kind of topology, some other tutorial maybe you will see another kind of topology. In some third tutorial, you will see another kind of topology. Now confusion and question will come to your mind, which topology is correct? You don't have to rely on any of this. You have to rely only on this thing, only on muscles. Okay, muscles and actions. Remember this. So now this area. So for that area, what I need to do from here, I'm just adding a circular loop like this, because this line I just have seen in that topology. So I just have created it. That's how you can create your own topology. I started making like this. Okay, and this you can see this is a triangle, this is a pentagon, not a problem. Last day also we solved it. You just select this, edit mesh, and collapse. So the edge has been converted into one vertex. So this is all right, and now this is the quad. So now you can see orbicularis oris is connected with this. Sorry. So this is orbicularis oris. The same thing we just have seen. The same thing we just have seen. Right? So let us check. But over here also, I created this triangle. So the same thing I need to do. Select this edge, edit mesh, and collapse. This is a quad. Okay. This is looking fine. Now this is a triangle. This is a triangle and this is a quad. So what I'm going to do, I'll spin it. Okay, so I'll spin it more. Sorry. Yeah, this is correct. So what we have got, you can see it's, it's very important. It has to be like this. Okay. Now here is the triangle. Here is the triangle. I need to solve it. So what I'm going to do from here, okay, and I'll delete it. Now this portion is solved, isn't it? This portion is solved. Uh, if you want, you can make this area a little bit better. Things can be more equalized. Nose wing is looking much better now. Now I shifted the triangle over here. So what can be done? Some ways are there, can be used. So I'll just delete this, and it is solved. Okay, but you know what? This area is looking a little bit too crowded. So what I need to do, I need to equalize it. Okay, so now the job will be once again to trace it properly. Otherwise, you are not going to get this character itself. It will be something else. All right. Actually, this character's nose is too much protruding outside, too much coming out. So now it is much better. Now selecting this. Okay, all right. You know what? In this area, actually, I can do a little bit more modification. Like this one can come like this. Okay, this is even a better topology. This one like this. Okay, so I can manage a little bit, but I'm not doing it. Let's keep it simple. Okay, so what we did basically, now just check. Pressing 3, and this we have created. This we need. Okay, and before some time we did this area, sharp, only sharp this part. So if you want to make it a little more, I think can be done. So a little bit more. Okay, so this area, the septum area, if you want to push it a little bit more, definitely can be done. Now it's up to you how much you want it, if you want to make it a little more prominent, then what can be done? Just and this one this side, this one this side, and this one this side. What will happen? It will be a little more prominent. I guess you can see the lines now, right? Okay. Because this is a female head, I don't want to do that. Some characters you can see this line very prominently, so definitely that can be kept. All right. So for now, I am happy with the nostril. I cannot say this is perfect because I don't think it is correct, because this also should be a little circular, isn't it? So let's make this circular. Thickness should not be too much. Much better. Much better. All right. Okay, guys, tell me, this much is fine to all of you? Okay. Yes. Now, let's come to the eyes. Okay, guys, later on when I will come back to this area, no, I will change a little bit more. Okay. So step by step we need to go. First, keep it very simple, only the blocking. Then do some detailing, but keep it simple. Then come back and do more detailing to it. So it should be like this. Anyway, now going to the eyes. Now, eyes also several ways to do it. Okay, so actually several ways to do it. Let us check if I can show you the easiest way for the eyes. So what we can do, let's delete this. Okay, generally I don't teach this way, but I thought let's do it with a more detailed manner. Okay, so what I am going to do for the eyes, taking a polygonal cube, taking a polygonal cube, okay, or guys, for now, a polygonal cube. Later on, we'll see what could be done. Take a polygonal cube, go to mesh and smooth it with true subdivision level, and the sphere you were getting, that you use as the eyeball. I guess you got my point. I'm not going to do that. Means that is one way in the production. Today I'm taking a sphere. Actually, what I am planning, we are going to do the texturing on this sphere. Okay, so that is the reason I'm taking a nerve sphere. Remember, nerve sphere I'm taking, and I'm going to place it the place of the eyeball. This is very crucial. We need to assume how big the eyeball should be in this area. We need to assume because this circle of the sphere we can see, I have taken this sphere so that it will be easy for us to understand what's happening. I
Sir, what
guess.
we
Sorry,
take if
sorry.
you take polygon sphere, it's okay. No?
No, no. For the sake of the texturing, because polygonal texturing and now texturing will be totally different.
Means
So
sir,
for
detail वाली होगी.
sorry,
It will be detailed in no surface.
no, no, not like that. This is just the eyeball. Eyeball will be sphere only. You don't have to do anything with it. You just need to keep it over there. So you take a polygonal sphere and or nerve sphere doesn't matter at all.
No sir, I'm asking about texturing. मतलब sir, texturing मतलब ऐसा है कि nerve surface में ज़्यादा detail होता है.
No, no, no,
उसमें
nothing like that. It will be little bit easy. That is the reason I am using this. It will be easy for you.
but sir, file size will also increase.
File size will be increased. Yes. Let's make it a little bigger. Okay. So almost it has to be almost the eyeball is over here. Okay. And you don't have to rely with the reference too much. What you see in the three-dimensional viewport, that is the actual thing you should rely on. Because there is a gap, and that is too much. That gap is. But I'm showing you how to make this perfect without any problem. Okay, so what to do? First of all, totally different approach. Okay, I guess for the first time I'm showing this approach to the students. I'm sure it will not be very difficult to understand. I'm taking a layer and keeping these two. Okay, and I'm just naming it as face. I'm taking another layer, selecting this, add selected object, eyeball, underscore, eyeball. Okay, so now coming to this, this is the eye, this is the eye, and what I'm going to do, see I guess the simplest way this can be. I'm taking a torus. I'm taking a torus. How we have made the lips like that also you can create the eye. There will be no problem. First you draw the eye, then extrude it. That's all. Okay. Uh, Thing like this, rotating. Let's say 90-degree, and let's go to the input and section radius, make it very less, even less, 0.07. And subdivision axis, let's make it, sorry, this one, subdivision height, let's make it 8, or let's make it 6. Let us check how much it is. Will work. 6. Or let's make it 8. It will be a little bit easy. We don't have to extrude it. Let's make it 8. Now, one thing to remember, what will be the subdivision of this subdivision axis? Okay, so it will depend according to our model, this model. So let us see, we are having, so let's start from here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Total 15 we are having. Okay. And what I'm feeling is it has to be 16. It has to be 16. Why, I will explain. First of all, what we discussed, how many at the upper side, those many the lower side also should be there, isn't it? We discussed like that. So let's give one over here according to this. And let's come over here. Now this is perfect. How many upper side are there? Lower side? Same numbers are there. Alright. Now over here at the cheek, it is looking like too less. So over here also I'll check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And this is the edge, I'm sure. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 at the bottom. Okay. So yes, we need to increase 1 over here in this area. Otherwise, it is looking too much crowded, and over here loops are not there. So definitely I'll increase 1 over here. I'm sure I have done the opposite, right? Okay. We'll come back to this area later on. Now, how many at the bottom? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. So okay. If we add 1 over here, then it will be fulfilled. Alright. So what I'm thinking, let's add another one over here. So the same thing we have to do. Coming to the front view, this can be very crucial sometimes. Sorry. Only this. Okay, right. Now, what about this one? Okay, by the way, because I am following this process, I need to do all these things. And if you were normally doing it, then that is a little bit more simple. But today I thought of making it more perfect. And just assuming the hair uh, means under the hairline, the headline will be there, isn't it? So I'm just assuming that line. I'm not tracing the hairline. Don't worry, this is going out, but this side space is there, and temporalis muscle will be there in this area. Let's try to understand how I'm equalizing things. Sorry. So at the back, we are having many more loops. I'm trying to keep things more perfect than to make it more faster. Okay, this is much better. Now let's count it. So from here, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Total 17 loops we have given. All right. Actually, it could be 16. Anyway, but none of the loops are unnecessary over here. We need to keep. Anyway, so 17 loops are there. I guess you understood what I'm trying to say now. This will be this will be 17. Okay. And I guess now you know why it should be 17. So going to the side view, and I'm deleting half of it. Okay. So it's like this. All right. Now let's bring it over here.
सर आपकी आवाज नहीं आ रही है सर, आपका माइक बंद हो गया होगा।
अगर सर ही नहीं है मीटिंग में।
Hello guys, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
यस सर, यस सर।
How much time you means it got disconnected?
5 minutes.
Okay, 5 minutes. So tell me how much you have seen. How much you have seen? I was just keep doing it. The Taurus I took, you have seen that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, then it's fine. What I did basically, I kept the torus over here, and with those vertices, I just traced it. This much I have done. Means by selecting like this and tracing it, then selecting like this, tracing it, selecting like this from the torus itself, and just kept the vertices like this. All of you got this much?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Sir, from that torus only, na? 17 loops.
Yeah, 17 loops. Yeah, you have seen that, no? 17 loops. So from that torus, I just have traced it.
But sir, in the model, there are 16 or 17 loops.
Total
Topology.
17 loops are there. Over here, total 17 loops are there. So I also kept it 17. Is that okay? All of you?
Yes, sir.
Or I will do it once again. Tell me quickly. No, right? Okay. So now basically, I need to adjust the loops properly because I just have kept it, but the orientation of the loops are not correct. So these are looking fine. This you can see it's not looking fine. This is also, you can see, it could be over here. This also. Okay, guys, this is called basically detailing. Detailing doesn't mean like you are giving so many edge loops and making small areas, but these are the detailing. You are not compromising anywhere. Just to lock this area, I have kept two loops too close and then gradually equalized it. Definitely, it has to be equalized. Here also, you can keep a little bit close so that it will hold the shape of this area. It can hold the shape of this area. Okay, so now it is like this, like the eye. And backside, uh, if you can remember, I already deleted it. Okay, so now it's looking like this. Okay, so all of you understood this much? What I did, guys? All of you? Okay. Yes. So now, what will be my job? Taking the eyeball and placing it on the top of it. All right. Now, selecting one by one and pushing it downward. Or another thing could be done. Push it downward. Then push it downward. Then push it downward. Like this. I'll come to that part. So same thing with this. Are you getting my point? So uh, why it is much more simple now? Manually, you don't have to assume anything. The sphere is already there for your reference. Okay. I think I kept it a little bit too much inside. Let us check. So what about this one? Little more. What about this one? Little more. And this one. Little more. Okay. Now the last one. Going to the side view. If it is holding the shape, and you can see it can go a little bit backward, the entire shape. So can push a little bit more. All right. So similarly, over here, you can push it a little bit more. All right. So pressing 3, you can see I'm getting the eyelids. Okay. Over here, I can see a little problem. Later on, I'll come back and we'll rectify that area. but it is all right for now. Now let's bring it back, and you can see problems are there, isn't it? Problems are there. We can see problems. So still, I think we have to push this a little bit backward. In the reference also, I can see that. So let us check how much we can push it a little more. Let us check a little more. All right. So this one, bringing a little bit forward, and this one a little bit forward. Okay. Also this one. Fine. What I am thinking, this area is going too much inside. So soft selection. I'm just bringing it forward a little bit. Fine. Okay. What will be my next job? Selecting this, click of the eyeball. Okay, guys, don't be confused. Giving another look in this area, okay, like this. It can come a little bit forward, this side. All right. Then select all these faces and delete, like this. Okay. And then select this and shift select this. And before that, just delete this side. Select both the objects, mesh and combine. All right, like this. And then I'm keeping another loop in this area, just keeping this loop. And next, you know what to do, right? Or if you are not giving this loop, because I can see already one loop is there. I already kept that loop for my later use. Or first of all, just select this, go to the front view, and let us check. Let us check. Can you see this line? Can you see this line? So what I think is, before doing this, let us do that. It will be easy for us, and we'll move forward a little bit more. So let's trace that also. So I'm just tracing this line, and at the bottom it will be a little bit more. Okay, at the bottom. So first of all, let's do this much, and then let's trace this, because if you are not doing this, it will not be the same person. It has to come down. It has to come down. And let us check how much it has to come down. So it should go forward like this. So from here it is coming forward. So it should come forward. Maybe to connect with that geometry, it will be a little bit difficult for us. So this area is going fine actually. Let's come a little bit inside. Tracing nicely. This is better. All right, and the last loop you can see it is going like this. And for the last vertex, let us check where is it? It is even going more. You can see it's not matching. It will never match actually. Previously we discussed because of the foreshortening, it will never match. Okay, maybe this will not go that much because of foreshortening. Otherwise, we are going to face trouble in this area. This is better. Okay, so just pressing 3, you check what we have got with this. Are you getting it? Almost the I shape we have got out of the torus. So there will not be a problem. Why I did this, because if you are going to extrude, that also I could have done the same thing. But in your case, what will happen when you will try to extrude that area and try to get this rim, you will never get this rim successfully. Okay, at the initial stage. So this can be a very good practice of doing that. All right. So now this is the time for the combine. All right. Now I'm not going to do anything with this, but what I'm going to do, going to the mesh tool and taking target weld, and what can be done from this vertex to that, from this to that, from this to that, from this to that. All right, like this. I just weld it. Okay, so eye socket is also prepared, and the eyelid is also prepared. I can see some problems here and there that I need to rectify, but this is the way we are going to create the eyelid. Okay, so still some rectification is needed, but tell me, so far you understood this or not? Guys, all of you? Okay, okay. So this is a little bit time taking, a lengthy process, but it is, I think, much more easier, okay, than directly extruding, because you will be confused. So many vertices, so you will be confused. Now, like what we were talking about, some of these areas. Even this. Now I know the places, so it will be a little bit convenient for me to pick the chicks. This also will be circular, isn't it? So I'm doing the same thing. All right. Now this area, I think, going too much inside. Okay, this is much better now.
सर
Yes, Sagar.
सर अपने जो आईलिड में कौल कौल है ना, मतलब जो डिप्रेशन, वो अपने एजिस से लाया है ना?
Which one? This one? This one? This one you were
नो
talking
सर,
about?
लोअर पार्ट.
This one? Over here?
यस यस यस.
Through the edges only. Yes, through the edges. Yes, yes. So here, actually, over here, that curve should be visible, but not over here. So what I'm doing, I will just make it like this. Now we are getting almost the perfect shape of it. Better, better. What I'm thinking, this one, the last one, should move a little bit this side. Yes. Now the next one. Yes, it should be like this. Yeah, a little more. All right, so like this, you are going to get the volume and the shape of it a little bit more, maybe, because the lower eyelid will come down a little bit more. So equalizing now, things are more simplified. Okay. Can you see one thing? Our eyeball is inside the eye socket, so that's very necessary. So this is the eye socket, this is the brow ridge, and inside the eyeball is there. So that's very important. Okay, over here I created one loop, you can remember. So I still need to rectify it. That time I didn't concentrate on this area. I can see some depression. Okay, all right. What I feel from, sorry, from here to there, it has to go up a little bit just to equalize this area. From here to there, Sorry, from here to there. It should go like this. It has to be nicely equalized. Okay, so I'm facing a problem in duplicate spatial. It's becoming like this. Okay, so let us check why it's happening. Because my pivot point has been changed. I combined it, no? So it has been changed. So what I'm doing, let's change the pivot point to the center line once again, and then duplicate spatial. So now there is no problem. So I guess, guys, you are getting my point. Okay, what I should do with the eyeball, so far I didn't do anything. I need to rectify this area, you can see a little bit, but so far it is looking fine to me, and almost I think the characterization is coming of the same model. I'm getting the features of the same model. Okay, so far. Anyway, I will not do more today. So we have done the detailing of the lips, of the nose, and the eyes. We created the eyes. Okay, so next day I will rectify this area, and we'll start creating the ears. Ears maybe in one day we'll finish it off, and then we'll check like this region, what else can be done for all these regions. Okay, so now guys, tell me you how much you have understood and what are the doubts.